Greetings, Royal Queens and Kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Basketball Wives Exposed, uncovering a daughter's past trauma and provocation. In this gripping episode of Basketball Wives, tensions between Jackie and Chantel reach a boiling point during their Hawaiian getaway, culminating in a shocking physical altercation. Following the episode, Chantel took her to her Instagram story to share her thoughts on the experience, revealing the emotional toll of dealing with a toxic mother. She expressed that while it was difficult to witness the drama unfold on screen, she feels a sense of pride for finally standing up for herself. Chantel described the situation as a masterclass in narcissism, shedding light on the behind the scenes dynamics that contributed to the conflict. Join us as we delve deep into this intense episode and explore the complexities of their relationship. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. Listen here, let's just say trigger warning. This is going to be a lot. Production. Let's get into it.
Say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have you breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't fight. I can get it to you right, baby. I can be real good. Please don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love.
All right, and we are back. Thank you all so much for gracing us tonight for your late night recap and discussion on this topic because it really has everybody talking about it. And I'm over here taking notes because I really want to make some points here because some of this is just so familiar. Okay, so let me see. Just give me one moment. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please. Okay, I want to say this. So, from what I saw from the live video and what was presented on screen, right? It was Chantel, her and her mother. They were having a conversation. The conversation, it ended up getting heated, right? And Jackie was telling her to get out the room. And Chantel finally got up and, she was leaving out the room. And there was still conversation like back and forth with each other. And Jackie says something that triggered Chantel. Chantel had come back, got in her face. Before you know it, she ended up pushing her mom. And that's when her mom threw the blow at her. What I do want to say is the toxic mother. I do want to address that. I want to go back to, some of the things of like growing up, like some of the things that, or some of the things that kind of went on in our home, like what goes on in this house stays in this house. Don't go out telling my business. And maybe even conflict when it comes to, the guy is complaining about the children. Oh my God, your children, they're out of control. And then mom has to come and have a conversation and say, you know what, y'all got to get it together because he's not liking this, right? And there's sometimes when we feel like our parents Whether if it's mother or father, they choose their spouses over the kids. And growing up black, I can say that that is a big issue and it is a big problem in our community as a whole. It does not matter how much money you have. It does not matter about any of that. At the end of the day is you have some parents out here that simply just don't care. You have some parents out here that make babies and make children and in our community, the man he could just run off. He could just run off and just do him because he's going to have his mama because you know what? Those type of guys, their mothers say their children, their sons don't never do nothing wrong. They will never see anything wrong. Um, their child, their son, can never do anything wrong in their eyes. But when it comes to daughters, black daughters growing up in the household, oh baby, you're getting called out for this. You're getting called out for that. You can even um do the slightest thing for being punished. And I've noticed, and this is sometimes because it's not all this way in different households. So it varies, right? But when you talk about single parent households or um, a parent that maybe had a rough childhood, maybe experienced trauma, didn't have the resources to go to counseling, go to therapy, talk about it, because nowadays we do have that. Nowadays we do have that. We have therapy. Everything is pretty much at your fingertips. You get a cell phone, you got Google. We don't have 411 right now. We have Google, and you could just Google it up. When we talk about toxic mother, Chantel, as you can see, doesn't really respect her mom in a way, um, because she feels like she hasn't proven herself, or somewhere she dropped the ball, right? I feel like Chantel just feels like she hasn't been heard, and it's been more of it's my way, and you don't have a choice in this, and you gonna do what I say that you're gonna do. And I think that sometimes, as much as our parents see it, they end up programming it into our heads. It's like a drill sergeant. You go to boot camp. Of course, they're gonna be, you got to be on time. You got to have your uniform put together. You have to have your hair a certain way. You have to show up. So it's kind of like a mini boot camp, and I kind of feel like with a toxic mother, maybe that's what it felt like to her. Maybe like a toxic boot camp. It was a toxic, hostile living environment. And it's like when you're a child and you don't pay no bills, you don't have no say so. And that can be hurtful and detrimental to children when parents feel like, I'm going to one up you because I'm working and I have a job and I'm taking care of you. No, don't make it seem like it's my fault that you have to take care of me, sweetheart. I didn't tell you to go in there and lay down in that room, throw your legs back, and make me. I didn't ask to be here. They had condoms and they had all types of protections that could have been preventative measures so you didn't have to end up in those responsibilities. Now, I'm not saying that the parents are careless, but I'm just saying if we're going to address some things, and we need to take a look at what's going on, look at ourselves. Stop, parents, stop blaming your children. Parents, stop blaming your children. Be patient with them, teach them, invest into them, give them your time and your attention. That's all a child wants. Forget the money, the gifts, and all that. Yeah, that's gonna come, but it's time, time, and you can get that back. So let's let that seep in. When it comes to time, spend it with our children, time, invest into our children's futures, hearing our children out, hearing their thoughts, hearing their dreams and aspirations, and not cutting them off. And, yeah, they might have a situation, but it's how they turn that plane around. You gotta, they're gonna make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So this is another thing. We need to stop acting like we're so perfect. Yeah, we've got ourselves in order right now, but we didn't always have it in order. And we was, if not like our children, maybe a little bit more, face more challenges or whatever the case may be, right? But it's not about finger pointing. And it's not about domination. It's not about, you have to go outside. Okay. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. My dogs, they just woke up and they have to go outside. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Here he comes.
What's up, y'all? Coming here live from London. Extremely humble, grateful, and blessed. Just got nominated for a Grammy. Let me make it clear. I didn't just get nominated for a Grammy. We just got nominated for a Grammy. Everybody tagged is a part of the project, and we got nominated. It's the unity, the black love, the black excellence, the love album, the R&B album of the year. No skips from top to bottom. Let's go. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. Every artist, everybody that listened to it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
People know exactly what they're doing until they get exposed. That's a word that came to one of the people on my team, and she gave it to me, and I'm giving it to you. People know exactly what they are doing until they get exposed. And once they get exposed, then they get confused, or they made a mistake, or they don't understand, and they'll then, people know exactly what they're doing.
I have no money problems, believe me.
So I'm thinking,
No
are you
money,
broke?
yes, no money problems whatsoever. That's Tony Braxton. That's not me.
Are you broke?
I have no money problems, believe me.
So I'm thinking,
No
are you
money,
broke?
yes, no money problems whatsoever. That's Tony Braxton.
Thank you for joining us. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Miss
you,
Monique,
Sydney.
for
We
coming.
appreciate you, Miss Monique.
Thank y'all.
All right, brother. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Eddie, thank you so much, my sweet baby, for having us.
Why you keep thinking them? Not me.
You know what, brother? You're going to hear yourself a lot from me lately. You're going to hear yourself around the world because we have to explain brothers like you. We do. And when we watched that movie, Birth of a Nation, and we saw that man walk his wife into that master's house, we watched him walk his wife in. Then we watched him go back and get him. You're that brother. I thank y'all for your time, my babies.
Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. I want to thank you so much for coming by the Queen Tulsa Show. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Listen here, welcome to Queen City. We want to take you on an adventure. If you would like to support this channel, you could do so at Cash App, $ beautiful 070707. We do have a PayPal. It is the Butterfly Lounge. And just by you simply coming by, liking, sharing on all of your platforms, really does amazing for this channel, for the people. We hope that you are entertained. And also, please tell somebody that we're live. Until next time, so long. All right, and we are back. Hello, Sierra, and thank you so much for your membership. I saw that you had got the membership. I want to thank you so much for taking out the time to do that. You said, sorry for being MIA. Hope all is well. Listen here, all is well over here. Hope all is well over there. Guess what? Guess what? We are here. And guess what? Sometimes you just got to smell your flowers, y'all. Sometimes you just got to smell your flowers, honey. I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. Yes. Smell your flowers. And we got a so nasty piece of flower delivery. Shout out to our flower man. If you are watching, thank you so much for what you do. All right. So listen here. It's been a very hot day out here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But listen here, we were talking about Jackie Christie and we were talking about toxic mothers. And I was just kind of going into like experiences and just kind of giving examples. Now, when we talk about toxic mothers, one thing that I thought about was that movie Precious. When I thought about that movie Precious, it was like, you better get down to the welfare. There's a fly in here, and I'm gonna cover this up with my birthday card. Um, when I thought about Jackie Christie and Chantel's relationship, it not everything, but the first thing that drew up in my head was Precious, and it was the mad, angry mom, um, careless mom, disregarding her daughter's feelings. I'm not saying in every aspect. I'm just saying like disregarding her feelings, um, emotional trauma. It was a lot of moving parts. And it seems like that there were a lot of band-aids being put over wounds that needed to breathe, you know. And there was a lot of, we're gonna talk about it later. Um, these flies are like driving me, this fly is like driving me crazy. Oh my goodness, where is it at? I don't know. That's the best part of living in the country, okay? Let the dogs out. Somebody might fly in. Get out of here. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Let me get back on topic. All right, so toxic mother. And okay, so I want to stick to that. So toxic mothers, I mean, I see mothers provoking. I even saw like this viral story of this lady sleeping with her daughter's boyfriend. And it's like, why is that? Why is it do I, majority of the times we hear ladies saying, well, my mom, she didn't I didn't get the same respect as my brother did. Y'all hold on. I gotta go get my flat killer. I'm about to do this. I am not to do this. Y'all hold on. Let me do this right quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Just bear with the sister. Okay. No, what you thought? I'm over here doing a show. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. As I was rudely interrupted. Let's go ahead. Let's see. All right, so back into it. So toxic mothers. Just the behaviors. Let me see if I could find some examples. If y'all don't mind, give me one moment. I'm actually going to look for some examples and kind of like give you guys a kind of a backstory of what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring the actual footage. And I just want to kind of like dissect this I want to dissect it. Let me see. Nope, that's not the one that I want. Okay, this is what I want. Okay, hopefully you all can see that. So we're gonna play it. Hi, Sassy Francis. How are you? Good to see you, boo. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and y'all, I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna stop it and give my commentary.
Opportunity to clean your name up. If this how you want to
clear my name,
Chantel, listen. If this how you,
I need to clear my name up.
Girl, stop.
Do you hear yourself?
Stop.
I need to clear my
I'm gonna
name
say
up.
this.
Please say it
I
and
love
record
you.
it while you're
I
at
ain't
it,
record
so
nothing.
you can
I
run
look
it back to
see,
Dad
I
and
look-
Douglas and
Stop.
continue to lie.
Okay, so she says that she needs to clean her name up, right? So her mom tells her, okay, well, you need to clean your name up. What was offensive about that? That was a trigger because she feels like Jackie needs to clear her name up. And her daughter feels like she's not keeping it 100, but I feel like that's not her daughter's place to do that. Um, like, have your own storyline, but I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know how I would respond in that moment. I'm going to be honest with you all. I don't know how I would have responded in that moment because I don't know what Chantel's trauma is. I don't know what conversations you know, that maybe got pushed off. Like it's something. She does not feel heard. So let's continue to keep going.
Lie to them and tell them that what
my
happened
God.
didn't happen,
Shenny.
so that when they see this, they see you for the violent individual that you are.
Stop?
No, I'm not going to
Okay,
stop, and I'm not going to let up. And I'm going to
guess
speak
what
the
I
truth
want
to
you to do? I
every
want
single
you to
time. I
get
have
up.
zero respect
I want
for
you to get up and leave my
Zero
room.
respect for
Get
you.
up and leave.
Okay. Right here, she tells her mom, I have zero respect for you. I have zero respect for you. When did she stop respecting her mom? Not to say that she don't love her mom, but she said that she don't respect her mom. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. Respecting and loving. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. I'm not familiar with the story, but it all starts at home. Most of the blame goes towards the parents. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to say this is an NBA star's wife, right? So we're talking about Doug. Oh, I forgot his last name, but it's Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives. I don't know her husband's last name. Isn't that sad? I'll find it out. But let's go ahead and let's take a listen.
Leave my room.
Zero
Okay,
respect
bye-bye.
for you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank
Just
you.
leave. You look very
Thank you
cute.
for wasting my time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, girl.
Bye-bye.
Have a great.
Okay, so at this point right here, she tells her daughter to leave her room. Her daughter proceeds to get up. She says, bye bye, bye bye. Hold on, y'all. Let me let my cat out. You want to go outside? Hold on, y'all. Princess, come on. Outside. Y'all, when I tell you they got me working over here, child, when I tell you they have me working over here. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, I think I got them, y'all. Oh, jeez. All right. Thank y'all for being so patient with me. Hey, let's do it. Do it. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's take a listen. So at this point, she's telling her daughter, bye bye, bye bye. Her daughter is walking out of the room. She's doing exactly what her mom told her to do. Get out of my room. What is she doing? She's getting up out the room. As y'all can see, she's walking. Her mom at this point in time, I feel like once she got up and started walking to the door, you needed to shut your mouth. Jackie, you should have shut your mouth. When she got up out that chair, you should have shut the hell up. It was nothing else needed to be said. There was no need for a conversation. There was no need for a back and forth. Oh, shit. I thought I got him, child. There's no need for back and forth. There's no need for a back and forth. Y'all, let's get into it. Oh, Jesus.
Good night, girl.
Bye.
You have a good night, girl.
Good night, sweetie. Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think
you.
you look better? Do you
Bye-bye.
think you look better? Do you
Jenny,
think that you
Jenny.
fixed
Am I tripping? Or is it when she says, bye bye, sweetie? You know, I feel like Jackie is provoking her. Sweetie, yeah, it looks good that you're walking that way. Um, when we're thinking about who's the fool, I can't identify the fool. I mean, I can't identify the same person. You know what I'm saying? They're both acting foolish. Let's get into it.
Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think
you.
you look better? Do you
Bye-bye.
think you look better? Do you
You know what? It was like you calling a dog. Like you're calling a dog and she started walking towards you. I want y'all to get into this. These are things that could have been prevented. Listen, the daughter is walking out. She's leaving. Why did she feel like she needed to instigate? Why did she feel like she needed to catcall her back? Why did she feel like she needed to have the last word? Why did she feel like she needed to do this to her daughter? You see that the girl is mentally not there with you. Like she's mentally not really trying to understand what you're saying. She's not trying to receive how you're coming. Is she's giving you pushback. Like it's like, okay, let me go ahead and leave. So she's leaving. She's like, the hell with it. Let me go ahead and leave up out of here. Let me not sock my mama and walk away. Let me walk away. because me and my mom are having a heated moment right here. I feel like I'm validated in my feelings. I feel like I'm a grown woman. I feel like I've had to listen to my mama all these years for her to just tell me to shut up, listen, and that I didn't have no voice and what she said mattered. Well, in this moment, what I'm seeing, I feel like it mattered. Whether if it's the time or place or not. What if this was just the place that she finally got to hang out with her and actually have a vulnerable moment where it was just them two? Maybe this was just, when they are together, it's just for camera. So her daughter may have taken an opportunity to expound on that and really stand on some business. Um, this is another thing. Be a parent to your child. Don't try to be their friends. Let me write that down. Be a parent, not a friend. And the reason why I say that is because, friend, I don't ever want you to forget anything. I'm your confidant. I am able to receive what you say and not judge it from a parent's perspective. That's where the life experience comes in. When you talking to your kids, you've been there, done that. Well, listen here, what are you doing for school? Or I mean, the things that you didn't really accomplish, I mean, you've got to let those go. We got to focus on our children, make them better, push them better. And if there is any um toxicity that we passed off to them, we want to correct it. Did I get it? Yeah, I'm having a whole Lord help me. All right. Let's take a listen, y'all. So in this moment right here, she's saying, bye bye. You have a good night, girl. It's like, Jackie, you're not having a back and forth with like one of your castmates. This is your daughter, for heaven's sake. Like, you don't have to work overtime, right? Like, you don't have to work overtime. You don't need to get in fight or flight mode. You don't have to get into survival mode. That is your daughter. You had her. But you were going up at her like she was other women of the cast. I thought it was nasty. I didn't like it. Let's take a listen.
Good night, sweetie. Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think
you.
you look better? Do you
Bye-bye.
think you look better? Do you
Jenny,
think that you
Jenny,
fixed the
no,
situation?
I
Because you're
don't.
sitting here looking.
So there, here we go. Here we go. Do you think you look better? Okay, so differences. Let me hear that one more time.
Fix
Jenny,
the situation
no, I
because you're
don't.
sitting here looking
I don't.
stupid.
I don't.
Look how you
I
look
don't.
as a mother, Jackie.
If you don't,
That you
Jenny,
fix the
no,
situation
I
because you're
don't.
sitting here looking
I don't.
stupid.
Okay, so do you think that you fixed the situation? She says, no, I don't. Okay, well, I'm your daughter. And I'm sitting here, I'm emotional, I'm hurting, and right here you're going to be nonchalant. And I mean, it's the smile. It does something because it's like, you're my mom. People, wake up. It is different when you're expressing yourself to your loved one. I mean, for heaven's sakes, her mom. and her mom is just laughing and being immature about it. And it's like, do y'all not see how that could be triggering to this young woman? Like, it's a joke. Like, you're gonna provoke me. Like, mom, I was just leaving and now you're provoking me. She was walking out. I don't even think she wanted to walk back to her mom. Who really wanted a moment? Jackie. Jackie wanted the last moment. Jackie wanted to be the last one to say something. Jackie, you got to pick your battles. This was not the time to go back and forth with your daughter while she was under duress. She couldn't physically, emotionally, rationally make a decision while her mind and her emotions are fully taking over her. You gave her too much responsibility, Jackie. You gave your daughter too much responsibility. I don't care how old she is. It was you that had a job to do and you failed your daughter. That's what it is. You failed your daughter. Do you think you look better? Because this was all about image. This whole back and forth, this was about image. This was about, y'all, this is deeper than what we think. Jackie done told that girl that she ain't gonna be shit, ain't never gonna be shit. I made you. Let's get up into it.
Look how you look as a mother, Jackie.
If you don't
Look how you look as a mother.
Get out of my room.
Don't touch
Kenny,
me.
I will not. Bitch, I'll knock you out. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Bitch,
Let me go. No, you guys have
you
to
put your hands on me?
Let
That's
me
the
go.
end of it. That's the end of it.
I'm not condoning anything that Chantel did. As we can see, there were camera crew and everybody up in there. There was security up in there. Jackie could have simply said, y'all get her out of here. Get her out of my room. Just get her out at this point. You didn't even have to get up while you going marching and approaching her. You sat up there and catcalled her back. And when she sat right there and gave you some energy, then you wanted to be the victim. Now, all that could have been prevented if you had let her walk out the room. So when we say stand up for yourself, okay, let me read some of these comments. You said, and God forbid, what if something were to happen to the daughter? How would the mother feel then? Horrible parenting. Um, you said, Jackie, you suck as a parent. Seek help. Absolutely. Jackie definitely needs to seek help. Like I said, there was too much, you know, band-aid, 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 band-aid over wounds. And the way that she did her daughter was just, so the backstory is Jackie was adopted. Yeah. Jackie was adopted, and I feel like Jackie has went through trauma that she has really not addressed. And see, this is the thing. why would you want your child to hurt? But sometimes some, not all, some parents they look at their child's relationship and they are jealous of it. Some parents are jealous of their children. Believe it or not, it's real. So when we talk about standing up for yourself, as y'all can see, Chantel seems like she's a very outspoken person. She does not have an issue with kind of speaking her mind, but I just kind of feel like, um, standing up to a parent that is kind of set in their ways. They have old school morals or values or ways of thinking or ways of acting. And what I mean by that is like maybe sweeping things under the rug, or, well, let me buy your love. Let me buy your love. Okay, well, you want the new iPhone? Okay, you want the new Jordans? Okay, you need the this, you need the that. And some people with money, they buy their children so they can avoid accountability. But what they're doing is they're buying them, buying a monster, building a monster. Because there's always going to be some resentment. Because they're always going to have in the back of their mind, well, the problem didn't get solved, but I did get some gifts. Like, but I'm still stuck with the problem. So, I mean, that's what I mean when we have to unteach, you know, behaviors, generational misinformation. Um, Narcissism. I feel like, some parents can be narcissistic. Um, and this is another thing. Let me see if I can find this. This is the thing right here. Just because you're a parent does not give you the right to hold on. Um, mm. Okay, so this Bible verse, I want y'all to get into this Bible verse. Ephesians 6:4 states, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Galatians 3:21 echoes this, saying, fathers, do not provoke your children lest they become discouraged. These verses emphasize the importance of avoiding actions that cause children to become angry, resentful, or disheartened. So when we want to take it back to I'm the parent, and it says honor your mother and your father, where it also says don't provoke your children. I think a lot of parents missed that one, okay, on purpose. They missed that one on purpose. Don't go out provoking your child. It's not healthy. It's not nice. And it does not feel good. So, Jackie Christie, you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do. You've been putting on your makeup long enough. Now it's time to unmask. Let's do a face cleansing. And I'm not talking about physically makeup. I'm just saying sometimes we all will put on makeup to go out into the world to cover up what we don't want the world to see. And I feel like, Jackie, it's time to take off the makeup. It's time to take it off. And I think that more reality stars need to consider therapy. Shout out to Portia. She's in therapy, and I've seen her growth. You know, I want to talk about the zero respect though, because she says she has zero respect for her mother. She says she has zero respect for her. She started telling things. Jackie, Jackie. We'll get into it right after this. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, thank you all so much for being patient with me. Y'all already know fur babies has to come in, honey, go out and do their business. So let's get back up into it. So I wanted to talk about the zero respect that Chantel has for her mother. Zero respect. That goes deep. That's not just no, I don't like you. It's like I don't respect you. Why doesn't she respect her mom? Because she feels like her mom can't be um accept accountability. Her mom wants to run away from conversations. Her mom wants to play the victim. Her mom wants to play like she's Miss Perfect. Her mom wants to air her out. And this, I'm just saying, like, maybe this is what the daughter's feeling, like, I don't know. I mean, the daughter's grown. The daughter's grown. Um, but there's like, I don't know, maybe Chantel feels like her mom is jealous of her in a certain way because why would she say, do you think you look better? You know, I don't know. Did she mean that like as far as parenting, as far as looks, as far as for the cameras? Maybe she feels like her mother is living in delusion. Maybe she's feeling like her mom wants to forget how she hurt her. And it's like maybe it's triggering to her for how her mom shows up for other women on the show, but doesn't show up for her in real life. So there could be so many components with this because you got to think about it. When they say Jackie, oh, Jackie, get Jackie in here. She going to talk to you and this, that, and the third. Your daughters need to talk to you. I don't know. Hey, where's Tony? How are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, I was just here talking, giving my commentary on the whole Jackie and her daughter situation. I just feel like that family is going through it. That family is dysfunctional, but they make it work like every other dysfunctional family. But I think that, Chantel was at her boiling point, and like I said, money is not just going to do it all the time. You just can't throw money and everything is just all right. Some people, they want the real you. They want their mother back. They want their mom back. And it seems like, when you get into the limelight, your reality show, you're getting all this, comes with fame. And sometimes people don't know what to do with that fame because it comes all rushing in, right? And so that's why we're here. We're growing, we want the lessons here, that, and the third. When it's time for us to get into showbiz, baby, we're ready for it. We are ready. We are ready. When it's time for us to have our television show, when somebody says, hey, you know, we're ready to get this going, we're going to be ready. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. One thing that I won't allow is my kids on social media, on reality TV. My family, that's a no. Me on a show, me running a show, my talk show, yeah. I'm the celebrity. My family's private. I want my family to focus on education. And I'm a very private woman. Like, I like my privacy. So I don't even want to start nothing with like, oh, interviews with family and things like that. Because as y'all can see, some family members will dog you out, you know. Some family members will dog you out. Some parents, will do the same thing. Like, you just never know. So definitely, I would just say for everybody to seek therapy. Therapy is so sexy. Therapy is so cool. Therapy is so soothing for me because I feel heard. And Chantel, if you don't feel heard by your mom, you can feel heard. When I go to therapy, I feel heard. I feel relieved. I've gained coping skills. I've put in the work. And once you start putting in the work and the time goes by and you see your accomplishments, like, it helps. It's like you can breathe and you can think. And I don't make people's problems my problems, so, but you got to train yourself, as much as you want to be there for people, you have to take time out and find yourself again. If it means distancing yourself, if it means, just kind of setting boundaries, yeah. But I just feel like family is family. You're not going to get along. Stand your ground and don't just let them handle you any kind of way. I don't care who it is. You just don't handle me any kind of way. I'm a person with feelings and emotions, and, treat me how you want to be treated. So, on that note, that was just kind of like my late night spiel. I kept putting it off. I kept putting it off because I didn't know how I was going to approach it. I didn't know how I was going to approach this story. I wanted to be able to be clear with what I wanted them to know in case they watch. It's like everybody's to blame. Really, is nobody won that argument. Nobody won. Y'all both lost. Y'all both lost, to be honest. And I pray that you guys do the work to come back together at a decent time and be able to respect one another and be able to be in a room, get heated, and still have a conversation and not blow up to where it has to be like, somebody putting their hands on somebody. It's never okay. All right. Well, you all have a great night on purpose, or a great rising on purpose, and I'll catch you on the next live broadcast. So long.